So I wanted to give a little feedback to this, okay? Because this is a great idea, and you're highly educated, are going to find all these excuses why it's not. No, it is because first of all, many of these multiple criminals, like think mafia types, they go in, they don't care if they have to go to jail. They have a cushy deal there, okay? And then look at what happened in California with the whole transgender craziness, okay? There were male inmates claiming, "Oh, I'm a female, so you have to move me to the female prison." And then what happened? Women prisoners got raped. Trump's talked about that. I did videos about this a year ago. That's what craziness was going on. So I'll tell you something. In Salvador or these other countries, they don't put up with that shit. Okay, clearly people know that. So when Trump says maybe it will deter some of these people, he's absolutely right. Because these prisons, you don't want to be in these prisons. Because they don't play around. So Trump's not talking about, sending drug offenders or, certain crime. It's the ones that are multiple offenders, people that are multiple murderers. And in my opinion, that's... So I wanted to tell you what this article said. It said, because it's short, the Salvatorian, we have offered, this is a quote, we have offered the United States of America the opportunity to outsource part of its prison system. Salvadorian President Nayib Bukele, I'm probably saying that wrong, Buckle, stated in a post on X, "We are willing to take in only convicted criminals, including convicted U.S. citizens, into our mega prisons in exchange for a fee." The Salvatorian president said the fee would be relatively low for the U.S., but he added that the payments would be significant to El Salvador and would make our entire prison system sustainable. In an extraordinary gesture never before extended by any country, the president of El Salvador offered to house in his jails dangerous American criminals, including U.S. citizens and legal residents. Secretary Rubio responded on X. Rubio said that the president also offered to accept and incarcerate prisoners from any country, including violent gang members like Tren de Aragua and MS-13. He said the offer could make America safer. And then the person that did this article was Breitbart. Editor-in-Chief Brandon Darby reposted a November 2024 video report from CNN showing El Salvador's maximum security, it's called CCOT prison, where notorious gang members are held. Regarding the president of El Salvador's offer, CNN said it was not clear if the Trump administration would accept the offer. University of California immigration law and citizen theory professor Letty Volpe mused, "The U.S. is absolutely prohibited from deporting U.S. citizens whether they are incarcerated or not." Not true. I don't think that's totally true. It depends on the state, because many people, they lose their rights. Like they can't even vote. It depends on the state. Once you're convicted in some states, you lose all your rights. It's not like you can just, like, if your medicine that you're on, if it costs too much, like, and it's a psych med, they won't get it. They'll put you on something that's equivalent to it, but you lose your rights once you're convicted. So, in some states, if you can vote, then maybe there's a problem there, but I'm sure that Trump would find a way around it, because I don't know. I think it's a good idea. And of course, some overeducated professor would make this argument, because they're just like, not all social workers, but many that think, oh no, we have to help these people. When they've committed multiple rapes to children, they've committed multiple murders to people, they should not be coming in the psych unit. Many times they claim the suicide card just so that they can buy them some time, when really they have, they can put them on suicide watch in prison. But because we have the corrupt healthcare system that just takes anybody, then they take these people that sometimes are killers, it depends on where I've worked. Some are not as bad as that, but some have been. And so, because they just want the money out of it. And it's like, no, they should be going to jail. Like this idea that, we're going to help everybody. Some of these people, it's in their DNA. Like, how many times have people heard the people that have killed children, like raped and killed children? Multiple of them said, I will never change. I won't change. Like, they've said it. There's nothing you can do. I'll still keep doing it. I mean, that's why the whole castration thing has been talked about, like as another avenue, not by Trump, but I've heard that floated before. But this idea, these social workers, these professors, like you people, all you want to do is protect criminals. Like Trump is not talking about DUIs and stuff like that. What he's talking about is people that are serial killers, people that are gang members that have killed multiple times, people that have raped children. Yes, let them go to their prison and see what it's all about, because then maybe they'll rethink their choices. Then it says CNN also reported that Manuel Flores, General Secretary of El Salvador's leftist Farbondo National Liberation Front Party, criticized his president's offer. What are we, backyards, front yards, or garbage dumps? So, but no, I think it's a good idea, and I think the very fact that this president is offering it shows that they're willing to work with Trump, because I think I think a lot of these people, a lot of these leaders, even though everybody's saying they hate Trump, and maybe some of them don't like some of this, but they know he's serious. So I think that there's some of them that are willing to work with them, because there's many of these leaders, they don't want under this globalist system that the UN wants either. They don't. They want sovereignty for their countries. Trump's goal has always been for every country to make themselves great again through their own sovereignty. And the UN is all about everybody being under one umbrella, everybody being under one health care system with one agenda, totally stupid and juvenile, all of that, their ideas there, okay? Which is why Trump didn't just pull us out of the human rights at the UN, he pulled us out of multiple things at the UN. I'm so glad to see that, because I don't think that will stop like the people in my like nursing profession from still running their little activities over there, but they're not going to get far. I'll tell you that. They're not going to get far if they continue down, because the nursing association and the medical associations, they've been on board for decades with that Agenda 2030, which is completely harmful to every country. So many of these countries, their leaders, they've been strong-armed into a lot of this by these globalists and these people at the World Economic Forum. It's all tied into the same ugly big disease. And they want their countries sovereign. They don't want to be under this, mafia type system. So I think that's why some of these countries are more than happy to work with Trump, because Trump's not looking to take them over, even though people are trying to say he's taking everything over. No, he's trying to work out deals so that all countries can have their sovereignty. Now, with Canada, I don't think I said before I thought that Canada would become a state, but I don't know. Trump may just be deal making with that. Although I don't see why Canada doesn't just become a state, because they'd have more rights. But, that would be up to them. It's just silly. Like Canada, I saw one person, and he could just be a plant too, trying to say, let's cut off all their energy to America because of what Trump said with the tariffs to Canada, which Canada already caved, but this was before that. But if they cut off our energy, they would cut off their own, because it comes into us. And they're not the only one that energy comes in, but the upper half of the U.S. But then it goes out through the other end of the U.S. and back into Canada. So it's like it would be pointless. But my opinion is that most of these countries that aren't radicals, leaders, and you may think that some of them are radical leaders. No, I think they would like their countries to be prosperous too. But when they've been under this UN corrupt system, I think many of them have been being strong-armed. So I think that's why they're willing to work with Trump. And I think this is the best thing to stop this criminal behavior here in the U.S.